you speak Japanese.
Yes.
In October, when we started to meet, actually we can also talk in Japanese as well. But you also remember that I complained in November that your Japanese doesn't sound actually so polite or reach to the certain level, so I actually don't prefer that.
Yes.
Yeah. And you also know that in April that I noticed all in a sudden that you speak Japanese in polite form.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was surprised, and even you were surprised.
Yeah, I was quite surprised, yes.
You're surprised. You didn't give any try to
No, I never tried, no, I never did it. I never had the time for it anyways.
Yeah, I know how busy you are.
Yeah.
So you didn't do that, right? But it just simply changed all in sudden in April.
Yeah. I actually didn't even notice this. So you notified me.
This is an interesting thing because Japanese language, I think for foreigners it's super difficult. Even for Japanese people it's difficult because of the politeness. Because polite form is quite organic and dynamic, and with whom you're talking, when you're talking, where you're talking, on those things makes a lot of differences in Japanese. So to switch this kind of grade, it's the most difficult thing in Japanese, and you made it even without you intended, right?
Without intention.
So actually this is very strange phenomenon. I have a hypothesis for that.
Okay.
Eventually, make it short. And he, as my boyfriend Mitchell, he speaks Japanese, but he learned Japanese mostly from watching anime and maybe watching Japanese porn, those things. So that actually his vocabulary never be like polite or on the business level. No, and I complain about it. So that I asked you, maybe if you talk in Japanese, don't you be a little bit more aware about polite form? So you as a foreigner, you couldn't actually distinguish the differences, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and so his language level, and you didn't make any effort, right? And all in sudden April, I noticed that his Japanese started to become polite, and his level, the language level, started to become like this. I wondered why your Japanese started to become so good, improved in such a all in sudden. So, and even I talked about it with my sister, and she also said actually it's impossible because this slightly bit of differences in Japanese language, this is the most difficult things to change. And I have a hypothesis. Would you like to listen?
Yeah.
Here we go. So there is an observer's effect. Observer's effect, there is also different grade of experiences. For example, in physics, there is like a 2-3 experiences. It's about the elementary particles. So the researcher, they talked about elementary particle. Is it like some, it's like some like balls, or is it like wave? They started to experimentally deal with this, and it will be found out when there is an observer. It looks like a ball, but when there is a camera on it, it started to behave differences. So they said elementary particles change their behavior, change their form when there is an observer. Many people and who is also utilizing the law of universe, or you wish will become to ask and it is given, those things, they tell this theory as well. How you observe it. Elementary particle is a fundament of everything. How you observe it, it has effect. This kind of experiment, there is also in psychological studies level. For example, there is a 2 group of kids, let's say, on their intellectual level is the same. And here comes one teacher, and he was told one group, the kid is stupid. And the second group, the same teacher was told, the kid is super intelligent. So, and actually the both group of kiddies on their same level of the intellectual level, But half a year later, when they measure the group of the kiddies, the teacher was told that they are stupid. They really become less intelligent than average. And the group of the kiddies, the teacher was told that they are genius. They started to become really good in this. Same kind of experiment was reproduced all over the world with similar settings. So this is also the observer's effect. The kids was not informed at all. No, but only the teacher. Teacher was informed they are stupid or they are intelligent. So teacher was dealing with the kids with this aspect. Only the opinion of the observers affected the kids. My hypothesis with me is I told you that I am so not good at it relationship wise, and I was struggling all the time, and also it was like all the time back and forth half a year that I met you and I was fascinated, but at the same time I was always finding some reason not to stop to meet you or something. So there was always enough reason for March. We started to see each other, and after that, and I started to open up myself. I started to see you in different way. I started to respect you much more than before, because I never met somebody like you who is ready to go this up and down, back and forth, that you could hold this. I really appreciated that, because I felt like I was really not good at it, and you were the one who was holding this, and I so appreciate it for your capacity for being happy, staying happy, and so lovable, and you never close your heart, and it is I never saw such a strength. So I really appreciated that. I started to see you different. It increased in all March, April, and the end of April when I was there. I started to see you with respect. Such a loving person. My way how I observed you affected for this.
I think so, yeah.
Might be, right? Isn't it interesting? I think it's interesting. So that actually we also say that somehow that in this universe only your opinion matters. When you have like 1,000 people around you tell you that you are lovable or you're successful or you're good, you have good life, but when you are not agree with that, you don't. And also the other way around, when anybody can tell you that you're a loser, but you have different opinion to yourself. No, you are successful, you're good at your profession, and you are finding your own way, and you're making your people surround you happy, and you're a good lover, you have a good friends, and you're a good family member, and also your life is safe and full of happiness, and a lot of pleasures is coming into your life. And those aspects where you have your own for yourself, it will be. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Michi-san. Love you.
はい、どういたしまして。